हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, वेलकम टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल सक्सेसफुल लर्निंग। सो आप सभी का मेरे यूट्यूब चैनल में स्वागत है। इस वीडियो में हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं डिस्क्रिप्शन एंड पैथोलॉजी ऑफ डिसीज कोज्ड बाय फंगाई। ओके, नेक्स्ट पॉइंट टू बी डिस्कस्ड इन दिस वीडियो आर पर्टिकुलरली इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ अ फंगाई, फंगी के बारे में इंट्रोडक्शन, पैथोलॉजी ऑफ डिसीज कोज्ड बाय फंगी और description of a disease caused by fungi, and then in this video we will gonna discuss the disease caused by aspergillus candida। aspergillus candida के बारे में इस पर्टिकुलर वीडियो में हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं। बाकी तीन के बारे में हम नेक्स्ट वीडियो लेके आएंगे। सो इस पर्टिकुलर वीडियो में हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं aspergillus candida। ओके, moving on to the fungi. Before moving on to the disease caused by aspergillus candida, first what are fungi? Fungi are a spore producing organisms, and these are a eukaryotic organisms, and these come under a classified under a kingdom fungi. So these are the three basic information about a fungi. So this is the proper definition of a fungi. So fungi are a group of spore producing organisms. As I told you, these are a spore producing organisms like a conidia, spherical shape, subspherical shape के spores produce करते हैं fungi के द्वारा, and these fungi feed on a organic matter. So these feed on a organic matters and including mold, yeast, mushroom, toadstool, etc. Okay, and as I told you, fungi are a eukaryotic organisms that includes microorganisms such as yeast, mold, and mushrooms. And these organisms are classified under a kingdom fungi. As you know, there is a 5 kingdom classification. So fungi come under a classified under a kingdom fungi. So organisms those who are found in a kingdom fungi contain a cell wall. So these organisms which all are present or classified in a kingdom fungi contain a cell wall and they are omnipresent. What is meant by omnipresent? So omnipresent means they are present everywhere. Omni means everywhere. The meaning of a root word of a meaning omni is a everywhere. So it is present everywhere in the okay. And they are classified as heterotrophs. As you know, there is organisms are classified into autotrophs and heterotrophs. Autotrophs are those organisms which prepare their own food like plants, but heterotrophs are those organisms which do not produce their own food. So they depend on other plants and other things, organic matter or other things. These types of organisms are called heterotroph. So fungi are heterotrophic organisms, as well as a human are also a heterotrophic organism. We cannot produce food in our body itself, so we need to depend on plants and animals for our food. Okay, next this is the basic introduction about a fungi. Moving on to the Aspergillus candida. Aspergillus candida. So Aspergillus is a genus of Ascomycetes. So it is a genus of Ascomycetes fungi with a branched radiated sporophores including many molds. Okay, Aspergillus is a genus of Ascomycetes. It is a genus of Ascomycetes and it has a branched radiated sporophores. As I told you, these produces a spores. So Aspergillus contain a branched radiated sporophores. Now this is a basic description about Aspergillus. Aspergillus candidus exhibit a broad range of microscopic and a colony morphology. They exhibit a broad range of a microscopic and a colony morphology. And Aspergillus candida are a most common fungal group. So this is the most common fungal group of a genus Candida. And there are about of a genus Candida, there are about 200 species of a genus Aspergillus candida of a yeast. And the these are the common opportunistic pathogens. These are also called as an opportunistic pathogens. Okay. Colonies of Aspergillus candida are wide and conidial heads are globous. So the colonies of Aspergillus candida are white. So they have a white colonies and the conidial heads are globus. Globus means spherical in shape. As I told you, these are a spore producing organism and the spores may be a spherical or a subspherical in shape. So the conidial heads are globus, that is a spherical, or a subglobus, that is a subspherical in shape, producing a globus smooth thin walled conidia. And this produces, as I told you, Aspergillus candida produces a conidia. Okay, these are spores of Aspergillus candida. So these are conidia. Aspergillus is widely distributed in nature. It is distributed in nature. Aspergillus is the most commonly growing on a decayed plant producing conidia. So these Aspergillus are commonly found on a decayed plant. So where it is exactly produced or found, it is commonly growing on a decayed plant, and this produces a conidia, which are a spherical in shape or a subspherical in shape. Next, moving on to the pathology of a disease. So What kind of a disease is caused by Aspergillus species or Aspergillus candidus? So Aspergillus candidus cause a disease called as an aspergillosis. Okay, so in this point we will discuss that the disease caused by Aspergillus species are aspergillosis, right? Aspergillosis refers to the invasive and allergic disease caused by a hyaline mold named Aspergillus. So as I told you, aspergillosis is a disease caused by a Aspergillus species, that is Aspergillus candidus, and there are many other species of Aspergillus. Okay, so aspergillosis is a disease caused by Aspergillus, and the aspergillosis is a disease that is a very invasive, means it can spread from one person to another person, and it spread at a very fast rate. Okay, aspergillosis refers to the invasive and allergic disease, and it causes allergic reaction, that is it causes hypersensitivity reaction in a body. This is particularly caused by Aspergillus candidus and other Aspergillus species. In addition to a human, it has been reported that Aspergillus candidus disease is caused in a pigs as well as a bird. So aspergillosis is caused in a human, but it is also caused, or it is reported, scientists have been reported that Aspergillus candidus disease is also found in a pigs as well as a birds. It is present, or it is caused in a pigs as well as a birds. So what is the transmission of Aspergillus candidus? So what is the mode of transmission? So here the mode of transmission is by inhalation of a airborne conidia. Inhalation of a airborne conidia. As I told you, Aspergillus produces a spherical shaped conidia. So inhalation of this conidia causes a aspergillosis disease, and this is the mode of transmission. That is, these are a airborne conidia. Okay. Now, Aspergillus candidus has been associated with a variety of diseases. As I told you, these cause a hypersensitivity reactions or diseases, and it also causes infectious diseases like aspergillosis. Okay, this is the aspergillosis, otomycosis, and onchomycosis. So these are some of a disease caused by Aspergillus species. Okay, the person or an individual or a risk factor for aspergillosis are, what are those risk factors? First one is a individual who use a glucocorticoid. So the person who uses or take a glucocorticoid, these individuals are more susceptible to aspergillosis disease. And second one is the person or an individual who is suffering from pneumonia. So basically the person who is already suffering from a pneumonia or COPD, tuberculosis. So such patients are highly susceptible to aspergillosis, and individuals with the neutrophil dysfunction. So the person who neutrophil does not function properly. Neutrophil dysfunction is that the neutrophils are present in an adequate amount in a body, but they does not function. They does not function properly in a body. So individual with a neutrophil dysfunction, and the last one is a person who is susceptible to aspergillosis is individual with a neutropenia. What is neutropenia? And it is a massive neutropenia. So decrease in the amount of a neutrophil in a blood level, that is called as a neutropenia. So ब्लड में न्यूट्रोफिल का अमाउंट कम हो जाना, इसी को न्यूट्रोपेनिया कहते हैं. सो वो भी मैसिव न्यूट्रोपेनिया, द इंडिविजुअल हु इज सफरिंग फ्रॉम अ मैसिव न्यूट्रोपेनिया. सो दिस पर्टिकुलर इंडिविजुअल इज हाईली सब्सिस्टेबल टू द aspergillosis. Okay, so these are some of the risk factor of aspergillosis. Next, moving on to the clinical diseases. What are diseases caused by aspergillus species? So first it causes a pulmonary disease. Okay, as you know, pulmonary disease are disease which is caused to a, that is a lungs, which involves a disease caused to the lungs. So pulmonary aspergillosis. So when the individual inhales the aspergillus species or a conidia, so if a particular individual inhales, as I told you, this is a airborne diseases. So a particular individual who inhales the aspergillus species or a conidia, this aspergillus fungus, so this aspergillus conidia colonize in a human airway, that is a respiratory tract. They colonize in a human respiratory tract. So due to this, so here it is due to this, the body shows the immune hypersensitivity allergic reaction. So against this colonization in a human airway, this causes a human hypersensitivity allergic reaction against the aspergillus, and cause a disease called as an allergic bronchopulmonary aspergillosis. That causes a disease called as an allergic bronchopulmonary aspergillosis. So ABPA. Okay. Next, if an individual is suffering from any form of a lung disease, अगर किसी इंडिविजुअल कोई भी लंग एसोसिएटेड डिसीज है, जैसे कि वो ट्यूबरक्लोसिस या फिर अस्थमा, न्यूमोनिया, कोई भी डिसीज वो सफर कर रहा हो, एंड दिस इंडिविजुअल इज सब्सिस्टेबल टू एस्परजिलस, व्हेन an individual inhales aspergillus, so these aspergillus conidia colonize in the lungs. They they form a colony in the lungs, and along with the colonies the cellular debris are also accumulated, as well as the mucus accumulated in the lungs of a particular individual and in the lungs, and form a fungal ball. Okay, and this condition is called aspergilloma. This condition is called aspergilloma. Okay, next, after inhalation of aspergillus, it also causes a severe bronchial asthma. So these are the three major diseases caused by after the inhalation of aspergillus species. Okay, first one is a pulmonary aspergillosis, second one is a aspergilloma, right? Second one is aspergilloma, and third one is a bronchial asthma. Next, other form of aspergillosis. So first one is a invasive sinusitis. So this aspergillus cause a sinusitis, invasive sinusitis in an individual, and the cardiac aspergillosis that cause a infection at a endocarditis and a pericarditis. Okay, and cerebral aspergillosis cause a infection that is a hemorrhage and a meningitis. These are some of the infections caused by similar cerebral aspergillosis and ocular aspergillosis. Okay, next, it also causes a ear infection. Aspergillosis also causes a cutaneous aspergillosis. It causes a cutaneous aspergillosis in the cuticles, and it also causes a nail bed infection. It causes a infection in the nails. And some of the common species of aspergillus are Aspergillus fumigatus, which causes acute pulmonary and allergic aspergillosis. Okay, acute pulmonary and allergic aspergillosis. Aspergillus flavus, this particular species causes a sinus disease as well as a skin and a ocular infection at the skin and the ocular. And the Aspergillus niger causes invasive infection. It causes invasive infection which can spread from one person to another and at a very fast level. So that's it for a aspergillosis and Aspergillus candidus. Next, in next video we will discuss about a blastomycosis. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel.